Well, good afternoon, good morning, no matter what time of day it is for you. We appreciate you tuning in to this episode of the CBC Home Service Success Network. It's the day after Thanksgiving, and boy, it is right chilly down here in North Carolina today. I think we've got a high of 42 today, and it's down in the low 20s at night. Winter has come on with a vengeance. In fact, Cheryl looking out the window a while ago at her office upstairs, and she said all the leaves basically have fallen off. The Brad prepares finally, and hey, one more time of cleaning up the leaves. Looks like we'll be done with that for this year. So anyway, this is brought to you as always by CBC Success Group. Today it's myself and Cheryl on, and we think we got a pretty important message for you, and I hope it's something that you think about because everybody has gone through this. All of a sudden, you have a customer complaint. Now, maybe this complaint comes to you via phone call, maybe it's an email, or what's the worst is when you look and you have a bad Google review that a customer has posted for the world to see, the world to see. And when this happens, your blood pressure goes through the roof. You get mad, you get angry. And a lot of times you're not following the right process, and a customer complaint can turn into litigation at some point, as some people that I know are very well aware of. You've got to be taking care of these complaints when they come in. Your CSRs, are they getting calls and your technicians are refusing to call them back? Refusing to take care of the problem? Are you delaying your response saying, hey, we'll be there in a couple of weeks when we have an opening? That's not going to be good, guys and gals. These things are going to come back to haunt you big time. Big time. You know, reviews are one of the best ways that you can build your business, but you just can't go down and wipe them off. And one of the things that we often see is somebody has a consumer that's entered a complaint and you don't even address or answer the complaint. It just sits out there. It just sits there. And it takes your Google rating down, down, down from doing these kind of things. So that's our message to you today. When a customer complaint comes in, what is your process? Yeah, a lot of consumers, they may be all base. But again, it is a customer complaint, and you've got to do that. My buddy Chuck Woodhouse, he just entered something, and I'm going to tell you something. I've watched Chuck address sitting across the desk from him. The right response and communication can turn things around. Act fast. You can't just sit there and let these smolder. It's going to turn into an inferno if you're not careful. So, Cheryl, what's your thoughts on this? Am I off base with what I'm saying?
No, you're not off base at all. I mean, it's not just business, it's personal, anything. Anytime there's a problem, at least talk about the issue, get a communication started. But you and I both see everybody, as soon as something like that comes in, they shut down into, quote, silence. And that's where we got silence becomes a story. Because once that silence it starts building up inside of people. And before you know it, there's another chapter. And if you're really unlucky, you end up in court. And so you have hit it on the head.
You know, you've got to empower your people, empower them to take care of the problem. You've got to be able to do this. If you don't, like I said, it's just going to turn into a massive, massive headache, and it's not going away. Here's a response from Pam. She is a CSR at one of the clients that I work with, been in the business for a number of years. And just like she says, communication is key in this. Answer the customer. Empower your people that are taking the phone calls. How are we going to deal with this? This is a customer. You have spent a lot of money to develop leads to get these customers. And I'm going to lay something else out there. I look at a lot of markets around the country in a lot of areas, and I talk to people, and it's November. Well, how's business? And I look at it, and here's the amazing thing I see, and this is the truth. The people that have great reviews are staying much busier. There's a heavier demand for their services because reviews are testimonials. And that's what so many people buy today. They buy from someone who someone else has said good things about. Do not let this wreck your business. And it happens. I know it's busy. I understand it's busy. And there's nothing worse than taking care of a problem when you're up against the wall with your time and you're overwhelmed. So please mark this one down in your memory banks of what you're going to do when complaints come in. Do you look at your reviews on a daily basis? Are your CSRs, are they empowered to take care of the problem? Or does your customer just hit, hey, we'll have the manager in touch with you, we'll have the technician in touch with you, and it never happens? I go to so many offices, and the CSRs tell me this, that, hey, we called the service tech, give me names, and tell him the customer's got a problem. And the tech will not call them back. Think about it. How would you feel if you were the customer and your problems weren't addressed? Think about it. When I look on Facebook forums, industry forums, I often see people complain about a distributor or a manufacturer because they're not getting response, they're not getting service. And what do? At some point, you get fed up, and the company simply takes its business to another supplier, to another distributor. Cheryl, what else would you add to this subject matter?
I mean, it doesn't. I know people are busy, the whole 9 yards, but a phone call does not take that long, and an email takes even less time. I don't think the customer cares what kind of a communication you've got. Just communicate. I know you and I are the same way. If we've got a problem, we want to know what's going on. For me, as long as I know what's going on, I can deal with it. When I don't know, I'm wondering, and that's when I'm in the customer stage. So it's always the best issue, like Chuck said, jump on it, because if they think you care enough to at least respond, that takes a little bit of the leverage back to you. But when you're sitting there not responding, getting a heart attack because they're doing something for you, and I mean, you're stressed out there too. So it's not good for anybody. It's not good for the person with the problem, and it's not good for the person that needs to be fixing the problem. And again, sometimes the problems can't be fixed, but the conversation can be there to let people know that.
That's it. Think of it this way. When a consumer has a problem, when they're upset, it's just like a gnawing toothache, the pain that's hitting them. And it gets worse and worse and worse as it goes along. Take care of the problem. You spend a fortune to bring new business to you. But one of the best ways to make your business build is to have great customer service and great testimonials to what you're doing. It's phenomenal. So anyway, Cheryl, anything else before we hang up today?
No, I mean, the one thing is, back years ago, without the internet, people only told their neighbors. Nowadays, they tell the world.
That's it. Just about every consumer, they got access to a keyboard. They've got access to these review platforms. They're hitting Yelp. They're going to hit Google. They're going to hit Facebook. They're going to hit your reviews. So step up to the plate. Take care of the problem. Empower your frontline people to be able to take care of the problem. If you don't, it's going to come back to haunt you one day. Like I said, these things can lead to massive litigation, folks. You don't want to go there. It's not what you want to spend. You're not what you want to go to bed tonight disturbing your sleep. And with that, hey, we hope this has been a message. If it's hit you between the eyes, I'm sorry. But sometimes you've got to be hit between the eyes with what the problem is, because only you can fix this. It's like they used to say about Smokey the Bear. Only you can prevent forest fires. So only you and your systems can take care of these issues. And with that, we're going to bow out this week. We appreciate you joining us, whether you're joining us live or on the replays. It's always an honor. It's a privilege and it's a pleasure for us to be able to speak to you once a week like this. We're just CBC Success Group. We're here to help. Let us know, reach out to us if we can assist you in any way maneuvering through the challenges of business and the year 2025 and on as we approach into 2026. We've been here for 15 years doing this, and we're not planning on stopping. And we'll see here, Chuck just added a comment. Let me put it up here. The small cost of satisfaction for one yields huge opportunity for the masses. That's right, Chuck. Appreciate you being here. And like I said, it's great advice, folks. Take it and run with it. And with that, hope you've had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We're doing this on the Friday after Thanksgiving. A lot of people are off work. So hopefully you're enjoying time with your loved ones and you had a great time with them over the past few days. I know we did. Cheryl, we had how many people for dinner last night?
24.
24 people. 24 people. In fact, I asked my kids, hey, if we ever sell this house, what are we going to do to have a big dinner like this? Because we can all fit them in here. But if Cheryl and I decide to downsize, we're not sure what would happen at that point as far as family gatherings. So anyway, you have a great weekend. We appreciate you joining us as always, and we'll see you next week on the next episode of the CBC Home Service Success Network. Have a fantastic weekend, and I hope next week is a great one for you.